Alrighty, we're back inside the fish room, and today I bought something new again. A few weeks ago we added new fish to the 40-gallon shallow reef tank, and today we're adding some new corals to this aquarium over here. Today I went to a fish store close to Amsterdam called Aquaasan Corals in Boesingerliede. It is an amazing store and I took home some very cool pieces of coral. Now before we check out what's inside this bag, let me tell you a little bit about the store. Now Aquaasan Corals is a fish store focused on corals and saltwater fish. It is located right next to the runway of Amsterdam Schiphol Airport and it offers a very unique design to the store. It is something completely different as what you're used to when you visit a fish store. This is a totally different concept. All the aquariums are behind walls. He built it all by himself and it looks really nice. All the aquariums look super clean and this was an unannounced visit by me. I didn't ask him to clean all the aquariums because I'm filming. No, this is what it always looks like. I'd say the majority of the corals he offers are SPS corals, one of the hardest corals you can keep in an aquarium. They require stable water parameters and they are just sometimes a pain in the ass really. In my aquariums at home I also have a few SPS species. I have a few Monty plates as well as some Aqua species and to be honest they are doing pretty well. But they are one of the hardest corals you can keep. There are 4 types of coral. Soft corals, which are zoanthids, palitoas, leather corals, and basically all corals that do not have a calcified skeleton. Then you have LPS corals, which they do have a calcified skeleton and they also have a lot of meaty tissue. Then we have SPS or small polyp stony corals and NPS corals, which they are non-photosynthetic corals. In the aquarium on the right in my room, I want to turn it into an SPS only aquarium. It will be a great challenge and we're almost ready to do it. In the middle aquarium, the 40-gallon shallow reef, I have a mix of all sorts of corals. Soft corals, LPS corals and SPS corals. In the left tank, I only have soft corals and some macroalgae. So I had to make a decision. What type of coral would I buy from Aquaasan? Now the 40-gallon mixed reef tank is pretty full already. The frag tank we're taking down and I have to find a spot for all the other corals in this aquarium. Now there are a few soft corals that I want to put right over there, but for the LPS corals, which most of them are LPS corals, I have to put them in this aquarium. So it wouldn't really make sense for me to buy more LPS corals. And also not any SPS corals because this tank is not ready yet. So instead I thought, why not get some awesome soft corals for this aquarium? Because we have a ton of space left. We have some empty rock over there and a ton over here that really, it isn't really centered right now because it just looks like an empty spot over here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention we also have a ton of anemones in here. Aptasia or glass anemones. They are a common reef tank pest and I know they are in here. I'm growing them intentionally. They were gone for a few weeks but now they're all back and I'm pretty happy with it because I want to create some educational content about them. So now that I've talked a little bit about the aquariums, let's see what we got from Aquaasan Corals. Now I got a €200 gift card from a good friend of mine called the Koi Partner. He has a pretty big YouTube channel focused on koi fish. And he gave me the gift card to spend at Aquaasan. Now, this is a pretty big coral. It has retracted because of the journey home, but it is massive. I think it will be a great fit right over there. Right now it looks nasty and it looks just not cool at all, but trust me, once it's inside and acclimated, it will look amazing. Next up, we have a very small container with, oh no, of course. The plan was to only get soft corals, but I also got an SPS coral. I could not buy it. I had to get it. This is, well, we both thought it is a Montipora, but we are not sure. We'll have to check it out once it's opened up in this aquarium. And no, we're not done yet. There are 2 more containers in here. Let's see, can we get it out? Alright, there we go. 2 more corals. Or no, actually, we bought 3. See, there are 2 in this container. I kind of went off the plan, but I think I did pretty well. 4 soft corals and 1 SPS coral. Alright, let's take out the SPS coral first. How do I open it? There we go. Now normally you could dip or acclimate your coral to the water and get rid of all the pests that may be on there with some coral dip, but to be honest, the tanks looked really clean at Aquaasan and I didn't really see any pests that could cause problems in my aquarium. So I'm going to be a very bad reefer and just pour it in here. Let's see. It still looks very boring. It looked amazing in the fish store, so let's give it some time. Put it on the frag rack for now. Make sure it can't sting any other corals. There we go. Let's check back in a few hours on that one. Now, one thing I noticed at Aquaasan Corals is that they offer a very realistic view of the corals you're buying. For starters, all the sales tanks are only visible from the front end, which is similar to the view you'll get at home. So forget about the big flat coral tanks you see at the fish store where you can only see the corals from the top, which that looks awesome of course. That's why I have shallow reef tanks, but it isn't really a realistic view of the coral because normally you just look at it from the front. Besides that, they also don't use blue LEDs. Well, of course they have some blues in them, but it's not like all the other stores that have very vibrant colors inside the store because they use UV lights and other blue LEDs to make the colors pop. Because they use more realistic lighting with a lot of white in it, colors you saw at the fish store aren't as vibrant in your own aquarium. It just looks the exact same as in the fish store. So I really want to give props to the owner. Now let's put these soft corals inside the soft coral dedicated aquarium. Now same story, the tanks were super clean and to be honest, this tank already has most of the pests you can get. It has the glass anemones and I also saw some bubble algae and bristle worms. So not really too concerned and I'll just put this in here without properly dipping it or acclimating it. It will be fine. Like I said, soft corals are the easiest coral you can keep in an aquarium. So no worries. Only small container. It is a Gorgonian, I believe. About the other corals, they are leather corals, but I'm not sure what the scientific names for them are. And I bought most of these corals straight from a show tank. Another thing that really excites me when I visit Aquaasan is that not only does he have these sales tanks that it just have accurate racks in there with only frags, but he also has show aquariums on every corner with prices for all the frags and big mother colonies he has in there. So really everything is for sale. This is something different. It's not a leather coral. I lied to you guys. These are zoanthids. Very nice colony of zoanthids, to be honest. I think they are called Lord of the Rings zoanthids. We'll check back on them when they are opened up in a few hours. The final one. Let's see, where should we put this one? On top of here, maybe? Yeah. Now, of course, I could glue these corals to the reef or to the rocks, but they grow very fast, so they'll probably attach themselves to the rock within a few weeks. If I'll start having problems with it, where the fish will knock it off of the rock all the time, I will have to glue it, but like most of these in here right now, I don't think I glued any of them, to be honest. No, I'm looking at it and... well, maybe that one, the other Gorgonian. I think I glued that one, but all the others I just threw in here and let nature take over. Now the reason this aquarium is the easiest reef tank you can keep is because, like I said, they are soft corals, super easy. I don't need to dose any calcium, magnesium or alkalinity, just water changes will do. And I can let this tank get as dirty as I want because soft corals mainly feed on nitrates and phosphates. If you don't clean your aquarium and just keep feeding your fish, a lot of waste will build up and your nitrate and phosphate levels will go up as well, which the corals love. I think that's the reason why this macroalgae is really taking off in this aquarium. The other corals are doing amazing as well. They are growing super fast. Now this, I believe, is a Kenya tree and it is growing everywhere. Right now the new corals look boring and they are all closed up, so we just have to wait for them to open up. They will probably be 2 times the size that they are right now, so this tank is going to be absolutely stocked to the water level and we probably won't be able to fit anything else in there really. Now I do want to add one other coral in here right now while we're at it. That's the cabbage coral in my frag tank. I'll just take a look at this. See, it's stuck on the egg crate. There we go. Did I damage it? No, not really. Now the coloration is insane. Let me put it next to the other corals. See, it was a lot of just, I'd say this is pink, maybe some purple, a lot of darker green, some brown, and this one, it is bright green. So let's put that one right here. And actually, while we're at it, you see this right here? This boring piece? They are mushroom corals, and beneath these mushroom corals is actually a crab. I'm not sure if this camera angle is focused because I can't see the screen, but maybe you can see the crab now. Isn't that just really cool? It also fits the style I'm going for because mushroom corals, like the other corals, are soft corals, so perfect match for this aquarium. Now let's give these corals a few hours to get settled and open up, and we'll check back on them later tonight, and we'll also take a close look at all the other corals. So it's been about 3 hours since I added these corals to the aquarium and they are slowly opening up. You can see the one over here is slowly getting its polyps out. It takes a lot of time. Just look at all these Aiptasia over here. They're everywhere, but that's okay for now. Then we have the Gorgonia. It's also looking much better now. I really hope this one grows really fast because super small piece now. This one isn't really looking any different, but it is slowly opening up. This one is going to look amazing once it's fully acclimated to its new home. Not all of the polyps on the Lord of the Rings zoanthids are open right now. Some are still closed up, but I think it's also because the other coral is right on top of it, so maybe it gets irritated as this coral moves with the flow. So maybe we have to move it somewhere else. Just check how clear this water is, and keep in mind, none of my aquariums, not this one, the 40 gallon or the frag tank, have any filtration on it. They all just rely on the bacteria that live inside the water, on the rocks and in the sand bed. Really proud of that. So the only equipment I use on my aquariums are lighting, a heater. Over there we have a power head. And then on my other aquariums I use a doser for calcium, magnesium and alkalinity, but not on the softcore aquarium because, like I explained before in this video, they rely more on nutrients such as nitrates and phosphates. Now something I do want to fix is this lighting. It's a great light, the corals love it, but it is a pain to film. As we move lower, the light just shines into the camera, and the same happens when you look at the aquarium. The bright LED just shines in your eyes. Really annoying, so I need to build something or buy something so we don't have that. So I have this mixture of all sorts of different fish foods, and I just put some in here every day. Okay, and I'll throw a little bit in here as well, because as you can see, they are pretty hungry. 2 clownfish over here, 3 damselfish. The other ones, there's one over there and one there. And I just saw a blenny eat some algae off of there. Let's see, where did it go? I spooked it. Oh no. And of course the royal grandma. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. So these fish are still doing great and they haven't jumped out of the tank yet. I have a net cover on here and the other covers on the side tank, so the fish are fine. They are safe, don't worry. You don't have to tell me to put a lid on there. When I'm not filming or just chilling in my room, I will have them on here. Now while we're looking at this aquarium, I want to highlight a few soft corals that I have in here, because soft corals come in a wide variety of colors, shapes, sizes, and they're just awesome. They're super easy, so let me show you a few. We have, of course, the zoanthids and the palitoas here, and then we have some mushrooms. They come in blue, green. I have some orange mushrooms over here and some bright yellow ones over there. And let's see, do we have other mushrooms here? No. We have some zoanthids. They also come in a wide range of colors. Absolutely amazing. Great to get some color into your aquarium. This is a big leather coral. And then we have, let's see. Oh, these mushrooms. They get a lot bigger and they spread across your entire tank. So if you want that, it's okay, but keep in mind that they will irritate other corals. Normally in a soft coral aquarium focused aquarium, it will be fine and they will just sort it out themselves, but here it can really cause some troubles. We also have this beautiful toadstool leather coral. Normally looks way better, but for some reason it's not feeling well today. It looks like something damaged it right there, so I hope it turns out okay, but I'm not sure. I'm keeping a close eye on that. This one, it's a massive toadstool leather coral. You can just touch it. It doesn't really seem to be bothered. Look at the size of this. It's insane. And it is a little bit too big for this aquarium. The tentacles can't really extend to their full size because of the water level. As you can see, it's slowly creeping up on there. And it's even a little bit above the water level now because I have to top off the water with RO water for evaporation. It's just the longer that this aquarium is set up, the more I'm starting to like it. It really looks amazing and it's super easy to maintain. That's why I said that it's probably the easiest reef tank that you can keep. This is green star polyps, also a very cool and easy budget-friendly coral. Grows everywhere and just looks amazing. I've said that a lot of times, but really, so excited about this aquarium. Let me know what you think about this aquarium and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.